Y'all know we've loved Texas.
It's been hard to get out of this state. I mean, we have been in Texas for a long time, and it's not that we don't enjoy Texas. We've had so many great adventures, but it is time to move on out.
It's gonna be fun. We're Lauren and Daniel, two city kids living in an Airstream despite having zero RV experience. Our plan was to visit all 50 states in 365 days, which meant visiting one state per week. But Mother Nature had other ideas, and now we've been in Texas for more than 3. It's time for us to head to our next state, New Mexico. But we're in Austin. To drive straight there would be 10 plus hours, and since we avoid long drives like the plague, we decided to break it up. And since I love wine, visiting Texas wine country was a no-brainer. If you've never been to Fredericksburg, this little Texas town is a gem. With more than 50 wineries, vineyards, and tasting rooms in the area, it's a wine lover's dream. The downtown area is delightful, and we enjoyed spending a relaxing Sunday afternoon perusing the local shops, eateries, and even breweries along the strip. But since we only had a few days here, we figured we'd take an afternoon off work and visit a couple of those wineries. So our very first stop on our Texas Hill Country wine adventure is Hilmy Wine, and it's owned by a father and son, and we're excited to check it out.
Right? It's funny how it works out that way.
For a while.
It just keeps sneaking up on us. So.
It smells delicious.
Yes.
A majority of the wineries in Fredericksburg offer tastings to the public, and after a delicious one at Hilmy Cellars, we headed to our next spot. But on the way, we had a very important sighting. An Airstream! All right, winery number 2. Obviously, we're driving the truck. We wouldn't suggest that if you and whoever you're going with are actually going to both be drinking, but Daniel decided that he would be the cameraman and I could do the very important job of drinking the wine. There are tons of available ways to take tours so that somebody will tour you around to these wineries, or you can always do Uber too. Plus, Daniel's really more of a beer guy anyway. Most of the wineries, as long as you're not there on the weekend, you can come in and it's first come, first serve for a wine tasting. If you have a specific one that you want to see, make sure to make a reservation, but we're here on a Tuesday, which I'd highly suggest because it cuts down on the crowds, which as far as we're concerned is always a win.
One of the coolest parts of wineries is cheese and charcuterie plates, and while we do not charcuterie, we do cheese. Check it out. Almonds, mini pickles, apricots, dates. Technically, Laura and I are always on a date.
As adorable as Daniel is, this is not a date. It's a fig, which I love these two. And, I mean, we are kind of always on a date.
And olives. The theory is that if one of you is an olive person, the other one is not. We have found that we are both olive people. How about you? What I'm lacking in wine tasting today, I'm making up for it in cheese.
One thing you'll note, whether you are here in Hill Country of Texas or anywhere doing wine tastings, is most places you can ask for just one tasting between a couple or even between friends to try out a lot of them. Some places you can't. That's the case here, but not complaining. Okay, so this is the last of our amazing wine here. But true story, getting to drink 2 tastings in one spot probably was not my friend, but it's really tasty. on normal weekday winery tastings is the wineries close earlier than they do on the weekends. So the next 2 places that we want to go, they close within the next hour. So we kind of got to get on it. Let's do this. Be to be in the passenger seat. Don't drink and drive, y'all.
Since we only have time to hit one more, we're going to hit the sparkling wine place because we love some bubbly. And we don't really want to rush it. We want to enjoy our experience there. It just makes more sense to just fit one last winery in before we leave.
Hello, sparkling wine. That's delicious.
That's what
we only have a case left of this on property.
My absolute favorite sparkling wine is a Pinot Noir. True story, no matter where we are in the world, I am looking for this. So I am so pumped that they have one of these. And it's beautiful. Well, we've officially got a sparkling Pinot Noir to enjoy at the Airstream. Alright. We gotta at least put the wine we got in the refrigerator. I got this, no big. True story, Texas food trucks are awesome.
There are so many food trucks in Texas, probably more than we've seen in anywhere. State. We stopped by a food truck called Prometheus, and they had pizzas. And one of the pizzas we got was made with potatoes, somewhat unique. And what Lauren is eating is margarita pizza. So, yum yum.
Light on the cheese. Pizza cheers. By some small miracle, the next morning I woke up without a tannin headache and we were off to our next stop, the Caverns of Sonora, which are basically the only thing between Fredericksburg and Marfa, located where Texas Hill Country meets the Chihuahuan Desert. The Caverns of Sonora is a breathtaking cave with miles of explored underground pathways. It's locally owned by an investor group in Sonora and is a working ranch. In addition to the gorgeous cave to explore, another draw for us here was RV parking, which is first come, first serve, no reservations needed. It reminds me more of a Harvest Host than an RV park, and most people just stop for the night, see the caverns, and move on the next day. But when we first arrived, we were in for a special surprise.
Go outside.
Oh my goodness, look at these beautiful new friends we have at our house.
That is just awesome. Their feathers are so pretty. Well, you don't see that every day.
After admiring the beautiful peacocks that roam the property, it was time for us to head to the ranch house for our tour of the caverns, which they do every hour, on the hour, every day of the year, except for Christmas. When you come to the Caverns of Sonora, you can either do tickets that can be like a group, they're $25 each, which is awesome, or you can do a private tour. And since we love you, we decided we'd do a private tour to give you an exclusive sneak peek. Let's do this. Despite the formations of the cave probably occurring between 1.5 and 5 million years ago, it wasn't discovered until the early 1900s by local ranch hands. And as the story goes, it was found when a dog chased a raccoon into this 20-inch opening.
You're gonna feel the change real quick.
All right, we have officially 360 steps to climb, or descend.
Go up and down. Climb and descend.
The Caverns of Sonora is made of limestone and formed primarily along a fault, which allowed gases to rise from the depths of the earth and mix with water in the aquifer, which is an underground layer of water with rocks and other minerals in it. The mixing made the water highly acidic, which formed the cave, and some 1 to 3 million years ago, the water drained, leaving what we see today. The caverns have all sorts of tours, one of which is known as the Discovery Challenge, where you get to rappel 50 feet down this wall into Devil's Pit and experience firsthand what it's like to be a real caver. Sadly, it wasn't available while you were here, but maybe next time. What makes the caverns so unique are the wide array of rock formations.
Here, watch that.
Cave bacon. Cave chandeliers.
This portion of the cave is called the Narrows, so be careful.
I really should go on a diet.
If you're to see this edge here, right here. Oh yeah.
So you see this little drip? It's helping to create a stalactite. But when one of these drops and it hits you when you're on a cave tour, it's called a cave kiss.
Oh my gosh, that is just gorgeous.
This here's called Bunch Falls.
World's best swimming pool. This is called Horseshoe Lake, and while it does not appear to be deep, it actually is. Around 5 feet to be exact.
And now we are in the very active part of the cave. As you can see, more wetness and more puddles here.
As you explore the cave, you can't help but wonder what it was like before the LED lights were installed in the 1960s to make public tours safe. Our tour guide offered to show us.
2, 3.
Wow.
You can't even see your hand in front of your face.
No, you can't. That's crazy.
Now let's go explore.
Right there.
Welcome to the surprise room.
How beautiful is this thing?
This was like our adopted spot.
This part of the cave used to be underwater, and what you're seeing at this cave line is where the water started. Wouldn't want to have been the cavers who found that the first time.
If you have flashlights on your phone, maybe.
Before we knew it, our tour had come to an end. But one thing that's neat and different in comparison to other caves we've explored is just how warm the caverns are.
Ooh, that feels good.
It is like hitting an AC. I like it. Echo, echo! Oh. Oh. No more Florida humidity. Yes! Back to Texas dry weather.
That was a fairly good workout. So if you're looking to get in a workout and explore some caves, check this place out. All right, got my wallet. As you should always do with absolutely every tour you go on, make sure to tip your guide, especially if you've had an awesome tour like we have. It's a great way to get back to the local community, so make it a point to tip your guides.
After a quiet, restful night's sleep, we woke up to another magical ranch surprise. Okay, so I didn't even get out of my PJs because I wanted to come see them before they went away. So literally, I was just checking my email and doing normal workday stuff, and this is what we saw out our window. This is what makes RV life and living in an Airstream so freaking cool. After admiring the horses, it was time to hook up the Airstream and head to Marfa, where, as luck would have it, we'd run into Mother Nature yet again in the form of a windstorm. Make sure you don't miss the craziness that ensues. Subscribe to our channel and hit the bell so that YouTube will notify you when it comes out next Sunday. But until then, take some time to wander local in your own community this week. It's good for the soul.
So serious about them.
They love their Cheetos.
This one is like, I'll take all the Cheetos. I'm really scared of them.
What do you think about all this?
I love it and I hate it at the exact same time.